Hello, one and all. How are you today on this wonderful Friday afternoon? Well, at least it's Friday where I am, and it's afternoon where I am. I hope you are having a great day. Um, as usual, we will be starting off right now with who needs a superhero. If you don't want to listen to this and you're watching this after the fact, just go ahead till after it. We will be doing some art stuff digitally afterwards. And, it's just various characters of mine. So, we were halfway through part of a section. We are on Iron Man. And so, if you want to get further stuff, hey, Bob, how are you? Son, now, how will you do your lives at 5? So, what lives at 5? Oh, yes, people, sorry about last night, not doing my live stream last night. With Drawn and Quartered on last night, I decided to forgo it, not to, compete with them at 10 o'clock. So I did draw Iron Man last night. There he is. Later, I'm live streaming. What do you think? Good. So there is my Iron Man from last night. I drew it over on Good Dog Press's channel. Well, I'm still at home. Yeah, well, I do them at noon my time. Maybe daylight savings time is taking effect. I'm not sure. So we might be. It's a bit of a combination of the various Ironmans. Turn me down. Not you, Bob. So yeah, I decided I drew Iron Man last night. Okay, so like I said, we are drawing or reading from Who Needs a Superhero. We are still on Iron Man, as the title says. Later, while flying over New York City, one of his jets boots misfires, sending Iron Man careening into a headlong dive. And in a culminating moment of betrayal, Iron Man is greeting a foreign ambassador when a repulsor ray in his gauntlet apparently fires of its own accord. The ambassador dies instantly in the blast while the world watches on television. Iron Man is branded a murderer. The beam isn't circular. That one is. Where the blue is would be where the beam would come out. It was circular to begin with, then he went to a different shape, and then it became circular again. People like the circular. Brendan Murder. Avid readers will know that Justin Hammer has found a way to control Iron Man's armor from afar, triggering these malfunctions. Even so, the implications are clear. The armor is mightier than the man within. And in a battle between Iron Man and Tony Stark, the machine is certain to destroy the human. Eventually, this scenario plays out due to the convergence of several freakish circumstances, including a direct lightning strike, Iron Man's armor actually becomes self-aware. Sounds like part of the plot to Short Circuit. Self-aware. As the suit takes on a life of its own, it is at first eager to please its master, but soon the Frankenstein story is played out with 21st century trappings. The armor cold-bloodedly murders a man, and Stark is helpless to stop it. Appalled by its creator's weakness, the armor turns against its inventor. Stark intensively dons an earlier suit of armor to fight his sentient armor, but the battle is one-sided. The living armor pounds its creator and rages about Stark's betrayal in wearing a different battlesuit, ripping away the inferior battlesuit piece by piece, screaming, "You're mine, Tony! Mine! Mine!" The chilling moment reveals that the machine has become the master with the man as the servant. Tony Stark is now the possession of his own handiwork. In a final to the death confrontation on a deserted island, the armor removes its mask to reveal a mechanical face beneath. The renegade machine has begun to build a body within the armor. Well, with a little latex skin. The living armor can soon play the roles of both Iron Man and Tony Stark. The invention is prepared to utterly absurd the inventor. Soon, Tony Stark, the man, will be irrelevant and outdated. Stark does finally prevail over the living armor in a victory both haunting and ironic. During the desperate battle, he suffers a heart attack as he collapses before his own creation. Tony Stark challenges the machine to finish him off so that at least he can die like a man. The armor repeats the words, "Die like a man," then rams an iron fist into his own chest cavity and yanks out the technical metal heart. With its dying strength, the sputtering armor attaches the mechanical heart to Tony's chest. As the inventor revives, the armor whispers again, "Die like a man." Having asserted his own heroism and humanity, the smoking armor collapses in death after saving the life of its creator. The unsettling resolution of the story disturbs us. We'd been rooting for Tony Stark, of course, but the living armor sacrifices leaves us wondering who is the real hero. More to the point, Stark was beaten at every turn by the machine, and in the end, the machine even outmatched Stark in nobility. In a bitter reversal, the machine that was given life by Tony Stark now returns the favor. Stark's own weakness is underlined by the fact that he survives due to entirely mechanical heart grafted into his chest. The armor might do quite well on its own, but Tony Stark has no life apart from his invention. Far from being a savior for Tony Stark, technology has become both his master and his nemesis. So much for the House of Stark, so much for the house that Tony Stark built. Although surgery can eventually repair Stark and remove the life threatening shrapnel, in the profoundest sense, the hero still plods through life with a broken heart, one which all the science and wealth in the world cannot heal. And that's all for today. We have probably 2 days next week of Iron Man. There is a lot in this Iron Man chapter, and that will probably please Bob a lot. Okay, so now we are on to the drawing portion. It's not exciting, I must say, today. Today I have two things. Um, well, I'm going to do more than two, but two are sort of, yeah, they're both original, but I have a sort of a team, Eddie and Dingo. Eddie is a human and Dingo is his dog. They're adventurers. I'm not sure exactly everything about them. I got the idea from a vacation Bible school that I did with a character I played, Eddie, Serengeti Eddie, and then I wrote another, and that was done by somebody else. The writing for that, the character, but I wrote a second one and involved, gave him a dog, Dingo. So, are the movies keeping up with the comics? Is the comic done? Like Iron Man? No, they're continuously putting out Iron Man comics to this day. The stuff that they've done in the movies compared to the stuff that they've done in the comics, they've done what 4 or 5 Iron Man stories in total. So, and Iron Man's been around since 1963, so I'd say they're not keeping up. They're doing some major storylines that have been in the comics. No, they are different, the comics and the thing. I haven't read every single issue of Iron Man. I'll admit that. But I know enough, like just even Civil War was different than from in the comics. And one of the main reasons it would be different is because there are characters that they couldn't use in Civil War. Like the X-Men were a little bit more involved, the Fantastic Four. And other characters that they had yet to show in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, was that those movies were good? Don't get me wrong. I liked Civil War and that, and all the Iron Man's movies were good. And uh, what do you like more, the comic or the movies? Um, hmm, probably the comic because there's more stuff to it. Especially take Iron Man 3 when they did the Mandarin in that. That is a pathetic version, was a very pathetic version of the Mandarin, in my opinion. That's not what the Mandarin is supposed to be. And like I said, the movies are good. Oh, you haven't seen Iron Man 3? Sorry, I didn't know. I'll shut up about it then. Okay, no problem. No, it's a ear. Dogs have whiskers, right? No, maybe they don't. Okay, yeah, I thought they did. I don't know why I'm second guessing myself. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Looks like a cat dog or something like that. And as you can see, this is a very rough drawing. I'm not trying to. I have not drawn dogs a lot, as you might guess. Hopefully that makes it look slightly better. We'll draw some patches on the legs. Hey, good dog. Uh, okay. You know what? We're gonna. Oh, I never noticed. I got him as moderator. So okay. Have a good day, Bob. I mean, Manny at work. See you later tonight. Take his rich. No, we need to know when he comes in that it's him because he had a troll the other day on his channel, and I want him to be able to know it's him when he comes in. Although I did go check the channel. Who show? A good dog press again show? Well, I'll start on mine at 10, and then we'll move over to yours at like 12 or 12:30. I have no idea what I'm drawing tonight yet, though. Yeah. Well, yeah. What are we going to draw tonight? Draw. I have no idea. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out for me by then, and you've got 10 hours to figure it out too. Supposed to be sci-fi for me, so I was just thinking that myself. My mom just said it looks like a cow. It's cow dog. Rick, do you know the difference between a frontal horse leg and a dog one? Do I know the difference? Yes. Can I draw the difference? Apparently not. Hey, Adrian. Can you tell me the difference? One's smaller, one's bigger. Describing might be a little bit harder. Inkwell, what's up, everyone? Apparently, I'm drawing a dog that looks like a cow or a horse. So we got cow, dog, horse. Horse, dog, cow. Thank you very much, Adrian. I'm trying to draw. I went over here. Let's see. I had this old drawing of a dog called Bingo. One, obviously not the best, and I tried to remaster it. And that's what I got. It does not look like it should, so obviously I gotta redo it at some point. Even better, but I think it looks a little bit better than what it did. Here, I'll show it. Here, give me a sec, and I will get. Yeah. Here, stop sharing. Horse. Um, okay, so let's see. Share. Hide. Are the spots like radiation spots? No, they're just supposed to be different. Dogs somehow sometimes have different colors on themselves, their body. So, okay. Here is a dog. um, and of course, here is a horse. Although you don't usually. Okay, so not that you show me a dog walking. Okay, give me a sec. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so there's dog walking. There's the whole thing, Bomb Dave. It looks horrible, Dave. That I can agree with. We'll just wait until the next. Okay, there's not much to do left here. I just gotta color um, band. Okay, so we just want we want that, do that. Okay, so delay, expand, X, gradient, white, black. So okay, I'm not sure what color dog eyes are usually, so I'm gonna do a darker yellow. It's probably wrong, but I'm forgetting the pupils in the middle. I just wanna here. Let's get a skin tone. Put that in there. So there we have a very bad version of Dingo, a dog that belongs to the next character we're going to do called Eddie. So we'll just save this. I have not done a lot of animals, that's why that sucks. Eventually, he's going to be in my comics, and of course, be drawn very much better. I don't know when they're going to be appear. They're going to be some sort of adventurers. Uh, what?
Smell anything?
Not really. Maybe a little, but I'm busy right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Eddie. Okay, so we're gonna do this the fast way. This one, just because that way I can get on to doing something else that you might enjoy a little bit more. I've taken a pose from another. Have you seen yesterday? I took a pose from a female and made it into drew the outline, and it's going to be. I'm going to be making it into my character Ozona, and of course coloring it. Okay, well, see if in a bit if you're here. Well, A, and we got a mate, so we can actually put colors in here. Oops, hey, colored the wrong thing. I miss the E. So how are you doing, Inkwell, if you're still here, and Adrian? Doing well. Just sketching while you draw. Cool. What are you sketching? Okay, so I didn't do a lot of revamp on Eddie, as you can see. I just got the colors, the gradient colors in there, so he looks slightly better. Although, you know what? I'm gonna redo some of the greens here. Just hey, Fetty, cool. So this is Eddie of Eddie and Dingo. Dingo is his dog. They're going to be some sort of adventures in my comics. I have no idea when they're going to appear. They're Australian. Let's export him. Okay, so if we get done the Ozona, we will work on the Wiz coloring him some more, doing shading coloring to make him look better. So right there, we're on Ozona. No, we're down to two. Oh well. Okay, so let's bring up characters, heroes, Ozona. Oh, Zona. Open with. Okay, so there we go. There is Ozona. Oh, Control A, Control C. Me. So we'll move that over there like that. Layers. Okay, so we want that coloring. We want that brush. And I think we're using 2 for size. So I also have done it for guys, Dave. Thank you. I know. Seeing as how you're saying it after I would have said it on the TV. Hey, Hank, are you participating in the Drawn and Quarter Fan Edition next Monday? I hope so. I've put my name in. Ah, shoot. Oh. I'm forgetting. I've been using the wrong brush. I don't want to redraw all this, so I'll just keep it with the brush that I had and switch. Are you going to be participating, Ink? Um, that's pretty easy as long as you have Google Hangouts. Uh, you just get a link, you click it, and that's about it. But it's up to you, obviously. Cool. Uh, okay, so let's hide that. Have that still, so I'm gonna take that out, delete it, go Control A. Expand. Make it. And expand again. Yeah, I'm using Chrome. I use Chrome and Firefox, but when I'm doing my live streaming, I use Chrome. I probably could download, do it in Firefox, but I have an older version of Firefox which I do not want to update because FTP software that I have in it won't work otherwise. That way I can do stuff on my website easier for updating. I gotta redo that there. Okay, I need to. Oh, you're using Adobe Illustrator. Yes, I'm using it right now. I like it very well. Especially like the vector system because no matter whether you go in, how far you go in, it doesn't pixelate, which is nice, or how far you go out. which is nice. Although there are some things that it seems harder to grab stuff to put on. I'm not sure how to put it on. I was going to say on different levels or whatever. Do flats with. So I was thinking of getting Clip Studio paint. And I say that as you mention it. Only $63 Canadian, so that's not too bad. Although that's the not non-pro edition. I'd like to probably get the pro edition at some point, but that's like $200, over $200. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's do a few more lines in here. Lines that we need slightly thicker. And I see I missed. Oh. Oh, looking at the wrong drawing. So, I sent you a Twitter message the other day, so hopefully I can get. Um, you got a message? Either Chester Busby or Pixel Trader. Inkwell. They're the ones in charge. Okay, so again, Control A and make. Oh, thanks, David, for subscribing. Oh, I know, but on this show as well. For oh yeah, did you want to come on right now? Do you have anything to come on? Oh no, you said you're at work, or did you say you're at work? I get no. That was Adrian. Yeah, if you're an artist or whatever and want to come on, I'm more than willing to have you on. Okay. Well, maybe Monday or whatever, or Sunday night, tomorrow night. Okay, so I think we got everything. Oh, actually, I wanna create a couple extra lines that I should have created before, just to make it look just a tad more realistic. Okay, control span. Do, do, do. Okay. We'll be on tonight at about 10 p.m. Eastern Time. What am I doing? Okay, so Control V. Control V. Hey, Bob, you're back. How'd cleaning go? Okay, that needs to be something done there. Oh, I guess that's good that it went fast. Beats it going fast and slow, right? Uh, this one I can actually tell you a fair bit about. Okay. This is Ozona, Catherine Kane. Oh, you might hear the voices. My mom and a friend that's out in the living room. They might be a bit too loud. So yeah, this is Catherine Kane. Ozona. God used the Canadian Shield to raise her from the dead, and in doing so, she gained some powers. And that is to control the weather, basically, as well as a few other lovely things. Which, if you give me a sec, I will get her profile and we can get into. Alright. Well, besides the fact there is no real connection to the Canadian Shield, the Canadian Shield instructs God to go to this certain place and raise her from the dead. It's not for a few months later that she starts to notice her powers, and it's just, I wanted somebody to be able to control the weather. That is this character, obviously. Um, like I said, I can go more into her history. I've got it here. No, she didn't. She did not see God. I haven't explored that part of her, but she wasn't a Christian at the time. Her family was Christian and was praying for her. That God would do something miraculous, and well, God did. in my comic books. Okay, so let's see. I need to do a couple small line adjustments here, or more accurately, put in a couple lines. So where do it? Right there. Okay, why? He doesn't need help, and he is the one that did resurrect her because the Canadian Shield can't do it in and of himself. He doesn't have that sort of power. But God uses people. Does she know that she died? Yeah, well, not as soon as the second that she comes back to life, but you know, she's definitely told that she came back to life because the moment that he raises her from the dead, she's in a coffin. So, that's a bit of a clue. As soon as I get these holes filled in her cape so I can actually color it, I will read her bio. I do have it right here in front of me. Okay, I think I have all the holes covered. Control A, expand, and okay. Okay, so why is it? Oh, I see why. Okay, we can get rid of that. So Control A, make, expand, and okay. I just want to make sure all my colors are in here, my major colors, and then I'm going to start doing some other stuff. Okay, so we go up here. That there, there. Okay. I hate autocorrect. Yeah, same here. Okay. Now I do have her eye color, I believe. No, I don't. Not on the sheet. So we won't worry about that at this moment. Okay, so let's see. Kate grew up in a normal Christian home. However, she herself never accepted Christ as Savior. In school, her favorite subject was math, and in high school, It was all kinds of business courses. Throughout her life, she became environmentally aware. After finishing high school, she left for out west to start her own recycling business there. At about the 5 year mark, she had come very far and was very well off, but all the stress finally got to her. Okay, so give me a sec. I need to yellow shading. I'm gonna lock that level 2 right there. Actually, we don't need this level anymore, so we're just gonna delete it. Um, New layer. Shading. Blue shading. Gray shading. Black highlight. And skin shading. Okay, so I'm gonna lock everything but yellow at this point. Okay, so let's see. Finally, the stress finally got to her and she died. Within a day, her body is shipped back to her family in a freezer in a plane. Her parents, upon hearing of her death, went into prayer, saying to God that you saved us and our household shall be saved, asking God to give her life again. Uh, as the plane landed, the family was there to meet it. Then the Canadian shield appeared out of nowhere, seeming out of what seemed nowhere, commanding the body to rise in the name of Jesus and be filled with the Holy Spirit. Suddenly, a huge gust of wind came from out of nowhere and seemed to pour into the dead body. At that moment, the wind stopped, the body arose, and everyone stood still. For Kat had been revived by God. Kat had been told what happened, accepted Christ as Savior right there. After a month of resting, getting things settled about her being alive again, Kat went back out west. During this time, Kat noticed some strange things happening, such as when it was about to storm, she would say for the storm to get lost, and it would. And then it would. Then a couple of times, a huge gust of wind were blowing. She would tell it to stop, and it immediately did. However, in the end, she gave this little regard. Then, when she arrived back in Vancouver, it was downpouring, and she was not in the mood for rain at all. So, being human as all of us are, and for the stupidest reason, like all might do, she told the rain to stop, and within seconds it did. At this moment, she got the crazy idea that she just might be able to control the weather. So she did. Uh, so she decided to test it out. At this, she told it to rain, and it did, and she told it to stop raining, and it did, not knowing she can control the power of weather to the point, not knowing she can control the weather to a point, she decided to test her powers further and told lightning to hit a nearby garbage can, and lightning hit the can. Now, remembering about the superhero praying over her and the rest of the new superheroes appearing on the scene on TV, she decides to use her newfound power to honor God by becoming a superhero herself. Within a few weeks, she gets a costume together and practices with her powers and takes on the name Ozona. Ozona has no hand-to-hand combat training. This is skills and powers. No. However, with her newfound powers, she can use the wind to fly or just blow stuff around. She can also command lightning to strike any target she wishes. Overall, she can control anything pertaining to weather and the elements such as wind, water, lightning, clouds, etc. One ability that she has that is quite unique is that she can make a bubble that is just slightly bigger than the object she desires to enclose it. The bubble is made out of the same components as the ozone layer. Yeah, she'll die eventually again, for sure. She has not been made immortal. So now comes Bob and his billion questions. Which we love. We love Bob and his questions. We do. Really, we do. Well, let's see what this does. Did God resurrect a bad guy? What do you mean? In my comics? Or I'm not sure. Of all the ones I've actually given profiles to at the moment, no. Could I? Yes. But yeah, actually, that might be a decent concept. Having some guy that maybe initially he's good and thankful for some reason he rebels again. I don't know. Uh, um, I've developed quite a few. I have my first year and a half sort of planned out. Like I have my major 7 characters, and I have for the first year and a half, I have who's going to appear in their comic books, the villains and that, and I've got their supporting staff sort of fleshed out. Things change a little bit as you start writing, getting to know the character. So they're fleshed out enough to start writing stuff for them, getting a personality down and all that. So with all that, I've probably got over 100 characters semi fleshed out or pretty much fleshed out. Which is the fastest way to kill the Canadian Shield? Get his suit off and stab him or shoot him. Uh, Not to my knowledge. Um, it doesn't need recharging. Either that or it's solar powered. So I think to kill him with the suit on, I'm not sure what you'd need to stop him. I'd probably bet something like a nuke, because no gun's gonna stop him. Poison, gas. Well, if he had, uh, I believe the gas. Okay, let's address these. Poison. Well, question is, you got to get the poison into his system. So I don't think poison would work because now poisonous gas. I do believe the suit has some sort of filtration on it to weed out that stuff. I don't know how it works. Yeah, it's future tech. It's probably stuff I'll figure out as he can breathe through the suit. The suit allows him to breathe. The suit, and I'm not saying this for sure. Sure, the suit may even allow him to breathe in space, for lack of a better way of saying it, for a bit. I'm not sure whether I want that yet or not. I'll figure that bridge out when we come to it. Uh, at least for, I think he'd survive for a bit. Uh, Raven versus Canadian Shield. Okay. Um, well, I'm not sure how susceptible to the magic he's going to be. I've got to figure that one out still. Um, darkness, well, the suit does have enhanced vision, so I don't think darkness would be a problem for him. Magic, maybe to a certain degree. So, who would win between Raven and Canadian Shield? I honestly can say I do not know yet. Although you may want me to choose no matter what, but okay. How long does um when he first gets the suit, probably till he get he when I know when he first gets the suit, he's probably going to be wearing it 24 hours a day. But once he meets up with somebody who's going to be helping him out, he might not wear it quite as much. But I haven't figured that out, and especially once he gets established in his the city that he's gonna be going to, he probably end up having a civilian life. So till then, he'll probably be wearing it a lot. Or then again, since it's skin tight, even after that, so he can jump into action whenever he needs, he might just wear it all underneath his clothes, except for maybe the gloves and the hat, the mask. Yeah, well, that's what this stuff here is about, doing shading. And they're all on different layers. See, I can see the green stuff. I can take it away, and then I can bring it back. Oh shoot! Yeah, I was accidentally adding my yellow shading to the green, so now I got to go over it all, or approximately. Um, I have been using it a lot, but it's given me the idea of the brush, so the abilities or whatever. it's allowing for me to know my control that I need to do for certain stuff. So hopefully when I've done a bunch of this, I'll no longer need thing. But even Manny and that, suggested using poses and stuff. So what will you do for shading the skin? Okay, Inkwell. If you go to crosscomics.ca, there should be a link in my description, and then you go under characters. I've got all kinds of heroes and villains there. As for what I will do for the skin, as you can see right there, I have a skin shading layer. I will be using that for that, and then I'll pick what I think's a good color. Each color has a layer for its shading. Bob. Okay, so I forgot to do some shading on the belt here, so we're gonna go back to the yellow. Grab that. And we're just gonna do a little bit of shading on the belt. Okay, so we got some shading on the belt there. Let's go to blue. We'll do some blue shading now. Oh, there we go. And then we'll So any other questions or comments, people? I'm pretty much an open book. I'll answer any question I can to the best of my ability. Why is, I think you mean God helping people there inside your comment? Oh, God helps people in real life too. And why? Because in my comic, I want to create characters. I want to help people. I want them helping people. So God helps people in real life too. Not always the way that we want to, you know. I like the fact that you like that I have a lot of characters. And Inkwell, that is not all my characters either. Those are the ones just appearing in the first year and a half of my comics. Who is God? Doing his. He doesn't need heroes. God doesn't need a lot of stuff. But God works through people. And hey, John, Insecto's wife is uh, Betty McAdders. Part of his supporting cast. Let's see. Characters. Supporting cast. Betty McAdders. These are older drawings, so be kind. Start by type. Photos. Here's three different versions. She is an ant. Ant. No, she's not an ant. Is she a bully? No. Okay, what does it not want to? Oh, let's see. Oh. Betty. No. She's not a bully, but she can be serious. She's a legal secretary by trade. Betty McAdders. Okay, we'll see you, Bob. Have a great day. Okay, so let's see. Hardy har har. So what else can you say about your character? She is a brunette. So she was a coal miner's daughter? Well, mine wasn't a coal miner's daughter. No, I guess that makes her different than mine. I'm pretty sure both hers are alive. Ah, cool. Well, I guess not cool. Cool, but not cool. Ah, nifty, nifty. Okay, well, I still have a bunch to do for her, obviously. I'm gonna make a new layer. Background. Huh? Sounds interesting, John. Well, it's 10 after 2. I think I'm going to end this for now. I will be back on tonight at about 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you for tuning in. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Me? I'd never be facetious. Like, subscribe, uh, check out my other content. um, she could be a very interesting character. That I do mean. Anyways, like, subscribe. I said that. Comment, share. Oh, I believe he will be. Anyways, shares, comment. Check out my other content. Be sure to check out Good Dog Press, John Dillard Gaming the System. Their links are in the description. Be sure to check out my Deviant Art, my Facebook, my Instagram, and my Twitter. And thank you very much for tuning in. We will see you tonight, hopefully. Bye bye, and God bless.